people who have came close to dying. What were your last thoughts? Oh shit, my sister had to see me drown. I felt pretty calm about it though. Your shoe is untied. I said that to my dad before promptly falling down a 20-foot cliff into the underbrush. Broken arm, fractured skull, ruptured kidney. Woke up 2 weeks later to my dad saying thanks for letting him know his shoe was untied as he could have tripped. My heart stopped beating for 7 seconds while I was eating dinner in my hospital bed waiting to be discharged. I realized I was going to pass out and put my arm across my plate so I wouldn't fall face first into it. All I could think of was, this is gonna make a mess. Glad they took their time with the paperwork. Ended up walking out of there 7 days later with a pacemaker at the age of 46. As I was getting the Heimlich, I remember thinking how embarrassing it would be to die at a Renaissance fair. It was the day before my 29th birthday, so I also remember being disappointed I wasn't going to make it to 30. 2. Thank you all for the responses. It seems like choking at a Renaissance fair is actually pretty common. If anyone knows a cigar salesman that was working at Scarborough Fair 6 or so years ago, give him my thanks for saving me life. I was in the process of being electrocuted. Having been working all day atop a scissors lift, the electricians had left a 277-volt line live, and while I was standing and reaching while running the last low-voltage run of the job, I contacted their line. I saw the white light at the end of the tunnel. All I knew was throbbing and 60-cycle noise in the white light. My last thought was, I wonder if I can tell my needs to unlock. Quote, obviously they did. Since I am here typing this. Severe electrical burns. Still here living the life. God, why can't I breathe right now? Just wish I could breathe. Oh, I'm getting tired. Anaphylactic shock. Each time. Nothing. Blacked out. But my thoughts before that was happening was something like, I shouldn't have gone out today. Body was going into shock and heart was slowing down really fast. Had a stroke last year and was taken to the ER by my brother. The last thing I remember was asking him to take a picture of me with his phone, as I must look terrible. After I was admitted, I didn't remember anything other than dreams until late October, and days after I was admitted, when everything was a blank. They induced a coma so that my brain swelling would go down, and I was critical, so I presume I was pretty close to dying then. My throat feels weird. My gums are itchy, and blackness like a deep sleep. Woke up a bit later. Found out I was allergic to crab the hard way. I'm gonna die. Shit. Wasn't the car that hit me white? Single quote. As I'm looking down at a car underneath me. I'd been hit hard enough I bounced up over the car that hit me and had enough airtime to clear the second one. Props to the driver of the third vehicle. He must have stood on the damned brakes the moment he saw me, because he brought the cement truck to a stop before it got to me. Second time I was hit by a car as a pedestrian. I'm now much more careful crossing streets. Not that it's helped much. I seem to have a car magnet in my ass. What was that bang sound? That's it. As I looked at the surface of the water I couldn't reach. What the fuck? Ow. Son of a bitch. Ah fuck, don't run me over. Me being run over by a car while on my motorcycle. I almost died in a fiery explosion at my old job. My first thought was, I'm gonna look like such an idiot without eyebrows. I thought about how I didn't buy enough pizzas from my favorite pizza place. It's pretty good, but thinking about pizza when you think you're dying is pretty depressing in retrospect. Was run over by a bus last year. My thought when I went under the tires was, but it's no Wednesday. Well, fuck. Car accident. Who is holding me underwater? I almost passed out. I didn't even know the kid. Nearly was run over in a town square when a car decided to go through it instead of around it, and went onto the sidewalk. First and only thing to come out of my mouth to my friend next to me before we dove out of the way. Well, that's not good.